And we have these book bags with us today with different types of supplies for the upcoming school year. We have the book bags thanks to this group, the Harlem schools, the benefit for Harlem schools and its students. You see it right here. Friends of Public Harlem Schools. So this is important. The Migdol family, thank you. They're doing it all throughout the district. Tenemos estas mochilas que se le vamos a entregar a los estudiantes llenas de útiles escolares para que puedan utilizarla en este año escolar. Así que le damos la gracia a todos ustedes. Make sure you fill out your census. Your census is coming up the last day. You got to fill it out. If you don't, we lose $3,000 for every person that doesn't fill it out. Tiene que llenar la aplicación del censo. Perdemos $3,000 por cada aplicación que no se lleva el estado y la ciudad. Y también aseguren votar en noviembre. You have to come out and vote. What are you going to do? You're going to vote. You're going to vote. You're going to vote. That's right. That's what you're going to do in November. Thank you, Keith Lilly. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Gracias a todos ustedes. And now, para los estudiantes, for the students, do you want your book bags? Do you want your book bags? I can't hear you. What? Do you want your book bags? ¿Quieren su mochila? You want your book bags? I heard a couple of them say no. I don't think they want to go to school. God bless you. Keep the faith, everybody. And we have our good friend who's here with us today, who's running for district attorney, and he's a great talent in Manhattan as well. Thank you so much, all of you, for being here.
There you go. There you go. Hold up. Go to the end. Go straight, kids. Take them straight to the end. About going back to school. Are we ready to go back to school? All right, so you know what that means, parents? That these school supplies are only for the kids. So if you lined up and you don't have a child with you, we only give it to the kids. I just want to be clear, we only got 200, and I see about 200 kids out here ready to get their school supplies. Let me hear from the kids. I don't hear the kids. So my name is Keith Lilly. I'm from all the way downtown, but I came up here to help my friends, Adriano Espaillat, Robert Jackson, Miss Della Rosa, the Assemblywoman, Nathaniel Green. How many of you guys saw that movie When They See Us? Who saw that movie When They See Us? So we got a special guest for you guys today. I'm gonna let him just say hi real quick. Let's give a big round of applause for Korey Wise from the Central Park Five, now the Exonerated Five.
Let's have fun.
There we go.
All right, Korey.
And you know, I want someone else to say, you guys don't know him, but you're gonna know him real soon. This brother's doing some big things, and I want him to come up and say hi. Let's give him a round of applause for Alvin Bragg.
All right. Just wishing everyone a great school year, but be brief like Korey. Everyone have a great school year. Use the supplies well.
Thank you. Give it up for Alvin Bragg. Now I want you guys to give a big round of applause for the hardest working TA president this side of town, Nathaniel Green.
I would like to thank everyone for coming out here this afternoon. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out here this afternoon for our kids, especially with their parents. Mainly, I would like to thank our Congressman Espaillat and everyone else, every politician that's here today.
Say Espaillat.
I've been saying his name along for 14 years. Espaillat. Espaillat. I've been saying his name for 14 years, for this way, and it'll stay that way. Okay? We're tight. But mainly, I'd like to thank Harlem Group for coming out, bringing the supplies to our children. We really need it up here. So we're doing the best we can. But thanks for everybody coming out to see me.
Give it up for your TA leader, Nathaniel Green. I think Korey wanted to say one more thing.
Get out your vote. Vote, vote, vote. Vote, vote, vote. Vote. Vote.
That's right. As you all know, 45, Donald Trump put out an ad to have these kids, when they were kids, executed. And so today he's here to tell his story and to make sure that we kick him out of office and go vote November 3rd. Next up, we're going to hear from your state senator, the one and only, the man that runs 100 miles an hour, your Senator Robert Jackson.
Well, thank you, Keith. Keith Lilly is a leader in Harlem and New York City. And Keith, I thank you for your leadership. Also, Korey, you've been there. We've been there before. You were totally exonerated. Everyone knew that you were innocent. And one of the city council members that stood from the beginning all the way to the end was city council member, former state senator, Bill Perkins. So that's for sure. So to all of my colleagues, Adriano, Carmen, and Nathaniel Green, let me thank you for your leadership here at Dyckman Houses. But the most important thing I want to thank is Sheri Migdol and the Migdol family, and Shirley. Thank you for being here with us, for providing all of these book bag and school utensils. And let me tell you, I met Sheri many years ago, and when he was on Edgecombe Avenue in Harlem, and I wanted to look and see what type of school supplies that he was giving out to the children. And I looked and I saw pens, pencils, rulers, calculators, notebooks, many, many, many things that I didn't see in normal book bag giveaway. And so Sheri has done a great thing with his foundation. It's Friends of Public Schools Harlem. And now Adriano and us have brought it up here to Inwood, to the Dyckman Houses. And so I say to all of you, education is the key to uplift all families. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, Hispanic, Asian, green or blue, or whether you're rich or you're poor, education is the key to uplift all families. So to the children here, make sure you do your work, study hard, and make sure that you get a good education. Thank you.
Give it up for Senator Robert Jackson. You know, Senator Robert Jackson is an educational leader, always has been, always will be, and we appreciate him for his leadership on education. Now I want to introduce you to a next dynamic leader, Carmen De La Rosa, your assemblywoman.
Thank you, Keith. I want to thank the congressmen, our colleagues, of course the TA Association. They're the hardest working ones I know. Thank you, Mr. Green. Thank you, FISA, and the Migdol family. Thank you all for being here today. It's been a tough moment for our community. We've had a rough time. The start to school has been rough. I have a 6-year-old. The remote learning is difficult. However, as a community, all we have always done is pick up our boots and keep walking towards success. We will continue to do that together. Know that we're here to support you and to stand up for you. And to the kids, know that a little girl grew up right on the other side of Dyckman Houses and is now your assemblywoman. Aspire to be everything that people tell you you cannot be. Because the sky is truly the limit, but as Robert says, it takes a lot of homework, it takes a lot of carrying heavy book bags, and it takes a lot of hard work. Le deseo lo mejor en este nuevo año escolar. Soy su asambleísta. Sé que ha sido un momento difícil, pero en los momentos difíciles es que la comunidad se une y sale más fuerte. A nuestros niños, tengan el coraje de soñar, de trabajar duro y de estudiar. Yo crecí al otro lado de este complejo y sé que siendo un producto del Alto Manhattan lo cargo conmigo a donde sea que llego y es un honor representarle hoy. I want to give a shout out to Korey. I saw him doing his thing in Washington, D.C., making sure to stand up because Black lives do matter. And what happened to you, brother, was an injustice that we should never see again. Thank you, and thank you to the Migdol family as well.
Give it up for Carmen De La Rosa, your assemblywoman. Before we bring up this next superstar, I just want to point out that, and Robert Jackson mentioned it, these supplies are provided by Friends of Public School Harlem. They've been doing this from East Harlem to West Harlem to now Washington Heights. I need you guys to all come together and give Friends of Public School Harlem a big round of applause. I can't hear you. Let's go. And now next up, and finally, your superstar, your congressman, the hardest working congressman in the state of New York. And I'm saying that live on CBS. Congressman Adriano Espaillat.
In the country. In the country. Okay, Senator Jackson, thank you for being here. Assemblywoman de la Rosa, que creció ahí mismo in Post Avenue. She grew up in Post Avenue, right a block away from here. She's your assemblywoman. We have today a table there. If you need services for housing, Social Security, health care, information, anything that you need, we have our team there. Tenemos una mesa ahí. Si tienen alguna pregunta para vivienda, Social Security, cualquier tipo de problema que ustedes tengan, mi equipo está aquí para ayudarle hoy. We also brought to you the testing site on the corner of Nagle and Dyckman Street. And it's been there now for how long? 3 or 4 months. I think they're doing a great job. Le trajimos también el centro de pruebas de COVID-19 que está en la esquina, ahí en Dyckman con Nagle, y ya tiene como alrededor de algunos 3 meses ahí, y se quedará ahí hasta que ustedes lo necesiten. Así que estamos aquí brindándole el servicio y queremos que ustedes se beneficien de ello. And we have these book bags with us today with different types of supplies for the upcoming school year. We have the book bags thanks to this group, the Harlem schools, the benefit for Harlem schools and its students. You see it right here. Friends of Public Harlem Schools. So this is important. The Migdol family, thank you. They're doing it all throughout the district. Tenemos estas mochilas que se le vamos a entregar a los estudiantes llenas de útiles escolares para que puedan utilizarla en este año escolar. Así que le damos la gracia a todos ustedes. Make sure you fill out your census. Your census is coming up the last day. You got to fill it out. If you don't, we lose $3,000 for every person that doesn't fill it out. Tiene que llenar la aplicación del censo. Perdemos $3,000 por cada aplicación que no se lleva el estado y la ciudad. Y también aseguren votar en noviembre. You have to come out and vote. What are you going to do? You're going to vote. You're going to vote. You're going to vote. That's right. That's what you're going to do in November. Thank you, Keith Lilly. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Gracias a todos ustedes. And now, para los estudiantes, for the students, do you want your book bags? Do you want your book bags? I can't hear you. What? Do you want your book bags? ¿Quieren su mochila? You want your book bags? I heard a couple of them say no. I don't think they want to go to school. God bless you. Keep the faith, everybody. And we have our good friend who's here with us today, who's running for district attorney, and he's a great talent in Manhattan as well. Thank you so much, all of you, for being here.